Hello! Today is September 14th and that means it is my birthday and I am now 45 years old. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different and share some fantastic facts about this Refashionista. And if you'd love to get me a birthday gift, go ahead and subscribe, follow, and head on over to my Confessions of a Refashionista at awesomesaucehattery.com and share your fave tutorials with your online circles, and let's get everyone living a more sustainable, eco-friendly lifestyle. And while you're there, pick up a few of my groovy $3 ebooks and enjoy these fun facts about Sherry the Refashionista. This is what I look like before I put on my makeup in the terrible lighting of my bathroom. Because I have rosacea here on my cheeks, I use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness and it really does work. And this is what I look like after my makeup is done. And this is what my hair looks like. Totally natural with no products or anything in it. It's actually not that bad. So yay me on the DNA hair lottery. And this is my hair when I straighten it. Speaking of hair, I've actually been cutting my own hair for about a decade now because trying to find a hairdresser who actually listens to me about my straight over here, curly over here, and crazy thick everywhere hair is impossible. In an effort to stay in shape now that I'm, getting up there, I transformed my scary little basement storage room into a funky boxing area. I also do yoga with a little help from my furry friend. I'm not very good at that either. I'm a feminist, of course, and that shouldn't surprise anyone. And I have a hard time understanding why some people think that feminist or feminism is such a bad word. Yeah, it's not. It just means that equality among the genders. That's it. That's all. And that's something that everyone should want for every human, for everyone to be equal. Even though I have a really good vision and do not need a prescription, I still have to wear glasses that have all these funky coatings all over them because I sit and work on screens for, most of the day. And here is where the Refashionista magic happens. This is my little kind of storage area where if anyone wants to, they can come by and take a look at my many makes and buy them if they want to. Over here is where the true magic happens. Now, loads of people think that creative people are messy. For me, this is about as messy as I'm gonna get. Maybe that's because I'm a Virgo, I'm not sure, but here's where all the computery magic happens. Here's where the sewing magic happens. And over here is actually where I film most of my DIY videos. As you can see, it's not really a great big table at all. And so there's where it happens with my hands and everything. Wonderful storage for all of my groovy thrifted fabrics. And over here, more fantastic pre-loved items for refashioning. There's that funky chair. Here is some more of my makes. And in here is where the real Refashionista stash is kind of hidden away until I need to pull something out and make something with it. This fantastic sparkly number is going to be the next refashion on the chopping block, so stay tuned for that. I have such a large collection of groovy vintage and rockin' refashion dresses that I had to upcycle an old ladder and a piece of bamboo into extra closet space. But I love my groovy vintage dress collection. I just wish I had somewhere to wear it. And of course, in my tutorial index for gals dresses, you will find pretty much all the tutorials behind all of these fantastic dresses. Now, let me know in a comment below if you'd like me to make a little tour of my dress collection video, and also if you'd like to know how I made my upcycled ladder closet. I currently have 8 tattoos, and I will of course be getting more. I got my first tattoo when I was around 20 years old, and yeah, then just throughout the intervening years, whenever something special or meaningful happens to me, I commemorate it with a tattoo. So here's my tattoos. So, even though I was raised in a Christian household, in a Christian society, at a rather young age, I decided to put my beliefs into science, logic, and reason. And so I am an atheist. Now, as I grew into adulthood and began my 22-year-long living and working abroad journey, I came into contact with loads of different cultures and loads of different religions and literally thousands of different gods, which actually kind of compounded my atheism. Now, of course, anyone can believe whatever they want to believe, but as I said, for myself, I put my beliefs into science, logic, and reason. My world living adventure began when I was in my early 20s, and I got a very lucky modeling contract to Japan. Now, I was only supposed to be there for a couple of months, but I ended up staying for a few years, I'm guessing because I was fun to work with and I was pretty good at my job. I did everything from video game characters to ad shoots and even some funky cool magazines. Then it was on to London, England, where I did some stand-up comedy, acted in some very silly local productions, sang in a pub band, and taught English to pay the bills before I moved on to the sunny shores of Greece. I lived in Greece for nearly 5 years, and while I was there, I actually designed, printed, and was the editor-in-chief and head writer and everything pretty much for the Olive Press Coffee Times, which was a bilingual entertainment magazine slash newspaper slash classified ad. And yeah, I just put out all the information for tourists and locals about things that were going on. Like I said, there was classified ads and lots of articles about the island and yeah, interesting stuff to see and do. It started out like this, just a small little kind of magazine that, as I said, it was bilingual. So one side was in Greek and one side was in English. And then as the publication grew and it got more popular, we moved into more of a newspaper format. We put out loads of issues and it was loads of hard work, but it was also a lot of fun too. But all good things must come to an end. And after my nearly 5 years in Greece, I moved on to Berlin, Germany. I lived for over 8 years in Berlin, Germany, and while I was there, I started a Mensch Tees textile design and print company. Mensch means human in German. And I did everything from the initial logo designs all the way through to the printing in a little home studio. I will put a link below to the video I made a few years ago showing exactly how everything was done for Mensch Tees. And here are some of my favorite designs. Let me know what you think. It was also during this time that I inherited a very old 1940s or 50s vintage sewing machine. Big, heavy metal monstrosity that terrified me at first. I hadn't touched a sewing machine since I very spectacularly failed home ec in school, you know, way back in the 80s when they still taught sewing and cooking to girls. And yeah, I did not do well in that course. So, needless to say, I hadn't touched a machine in a few decades. And yeah, but I taught myself how to use it and just started basically going through my own closet and finding things to make fit better, I guess. And yeah, a few people saw what I had done and said, hey, can you do that for me? So I did a few things for them. And then somebody said, why don't you share some of this stuff online? People do this all the time. And AwesomeSauceAssHattery.com was born. And from there, it just kind of evolved into Confessions of a Refashionista and 16 ebooks and a channel and every day posting more fabulous free content for people. And yeah, I guess it's now more of a sustainable lifestyle blog than just about refashioning. But I think that is kind of the key to being a blogger, is growing and evolving and always learning new things and always trying to teach and share your knowledge with the world. And if you love what I do, give me the gift of liking, subscribing, following, and then head on over to AwesomeSauceAssHattery.com, Confessions of a Refashionista, and share your fave tutorials with your online circles and buy my awesome $3 ebooks. Happy birthday to me!